this driveway, private driveway, to what's called, in Malaysia, it's called Istana. Istana means palace. And this is the king's residence. This is the king's palace here in, well, on the outskirts of Kuala Lumpur. And here we are, there's a palace up on the hill through the gate. Just noticed over here there's some guys making some sort of a movie, some sort of film. Don't know what it is they're doing. I might go over and ask them in a minute. Looks very interesting. They've got a lot more equipment than I've got. So there's guys over there. But look at the entrance. It's absolutely superb. This is just the entrance to the Istana. And there we are. We can see over there that word, Istana, which means palace. So this looks interesting. I'll go and have a word with them and see what they're up to in a moment, see what sort of a movie they're making. Whether it's a documentary. Looks like it is, because there's a presenter there with a microphone. So I suggest this is documentary making, but maybe with a bit of drama in it as well, I don't know. And of course I see now why they've chosen this particular location to make whatever film they're making, because the view in the background is absolutely superb. Absolutely superb. Look at that. Wow, what a backdrop. Explain what you're doing here, guys. What sort of movie are you making here?
We are making some video Gatsby commercial.
A commercial?
Yeah, commercial, just for student, like CM award like that.
Okay, yeah.
Competition.
Yeah. Competition, right, yeah. Great, excellent. I'm a filmmaker myself, so I know about these things. Yeah, I know my equipment's not as good as yours, but there we are. Lovely backdrop you've got there with the King's Palace.
For travel, is it?
Fabulous.
Where you coming?
From England, yeah. Just over here, travelling and making films, yeah.
Okay. Travel things,
yeah, that's right, touristy stuff and a bit of philosophical stuff as well. But there we are.
That's great.
What's your name? Huh? What's your name?
I'm Chris.
Chris, hi Chris, I'm Peter.
Nice to meet you.
Lovely to meet you as well. Nice to talk to you, Chris. Cheers, thank you. I'll leave you alone to get on with it. Thanks, guys. Now this is why we wanted to come just outside of Kuala Lumpur. It's only about, I don't know, half an hour away outside the city. These are the famous Batu Caves, and I'll tell you about those in a few minutes. This is just us driving up to the entrance now. Just show you down here, which is the sort of concourse, as it were. There's lots of stalls there selling Indian food and Malaysian food and fruits and books and what have you. Over at the other side there's a row of, a row of restaurants and other shops as well. And all these people, of course, are here because of this centre point. The Batu Cave itself, which is just down here, there we are. So if we go in, and I'm sure we will do, we've got to go up these, what looks like thousands of steps up into the cave. A few tourists here. Jill's been asked to take a photograph of these guys here. There we are. She takes a good photograph. Well, Jill and I have just been discussing climbing up these stairs. I reckon there's about 200, 250 stairs there, steps there. A bit like Whitby in northeast England. Only worse, because it looks a lot steeper. But is that one of those lifts, you know, stair lift type thing up there? I can't see the track, but there's something down the side, isn't there? We'll see when we get closer anyway. One never knows. We might find an easy way. Wow. Okay, as we get closer we can see that, no, I'm talking nonsense. It's not a cable car thing. Stair lift. What it is though, it looks like the original steps running up the side of the new steps for the tourists. These were perhaps the original steps. And now we're right underneath her, the guard to the cave. Wow. So hopefully you've got an idea of just how tall she is, and how tall, oops, and how tall this rock face is. It's huge, right up into the air. Wow. I'll let Jill go on ahead just for a little while I have a rest. Of course she keeps having a rest, and but we're almost there. 3/4 of the way up the stairs, found this, which is a conservation site for what's called the Dark Cave. There's a tour there. So that's the Dark Cave. Obviously there's a whole series of caves up here. A big one at the top of the stairs. Well, wow. We made it. We made it to the top. And look what we have here. Sorry guys, going past in front of someone's photograph. Yeah, entrance to the cave. Sorry. You see that? I've just walked in front of another photograph being taken. Oh wow, spectacular. Look at this. I'll tell you the story in a minute that Jack, the taxi driver, was telling us about this cave. I found a little bench to sit on for a moment while I tell you this story. This is what Jack was telling us in the taxi. These caves, very, very famous in Malaysia. And the story is that throughout the years, people have gone into the caves because the story is that actually these caves lead all the way from down here in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, to Thailand. And people have tried throughout the years to walk in this end of the cave to come out the other end in Thailand. They never ever get there. Whether this is an old wives' tale or whether it's true or not, I don't know. But that is the story. Up here, you can smell a difference in the atmosphere. There's like sulphur in the atmosphere. Maybe it's that. Maybe there's some poisons inside. Because I'm sure these guys don't go in unequipped, as it were. I'm sure they'll be well equipped to go through a cave for, I don't know, 6 months or however long it would take from, southern Malaysia to get into southern Thailand, which is 1,000 odd miles away. I don't know how long that would take, but if it's true that the cave does actually come out in Thailand, then it may be that even a prepared person is going to die because of the atmosphere in there. Of course there are other stories about serpents and dragons and snakes and what have you in there, which have killed people. I guess they've never found the bodies either, so yeah, maybe it's an old wives' tale, who knows. But it's all interesting stuff, isn't it? Well, I think so anyway. And I'm about to go in, I think. Just have to wait and see. Okay, the other thing that's happened while I've been sat here is a young guy, very nice guy, has been interested in my filming, see me filming, and he came over obviously with this little, I was going to say obviously he wants to sell me something, but hasn't asked me for any money or anything, but here's a little sort of booklet or leaflet. It's just got sort of 4 pages. The world's tallest Lord Morangon statue and me. 150 feet Okay, and when I've read inside it, it is apparently there are a lot of Hindu connections here, which is interesting, as you know, for me. We're following the Krishnas, which is a Hindu philosophy. Well, it's based on the Hindu religion. So this is very interesting, and it tells you all about, I'm not going to read it to you, but it's quite interesting, as you can see. And it's all about the caves. The chanting of Vel Vel rose above Batu Caves as Hindu devotees and visitors thronged the Swami temple. The 3 days festival is not only an auspicious time for Hindus, but also a well-known tourist attraction. Steady stream of devotees and visitors braved the steep 272-step climb to the Lord Marangan temple inside the cave. So the temple, and I knew about this because Jill told me there is a temple inside the cave. So hopefully we're going to see that now. So isn't that interesting? More Hindu connections here at the Batu Cave. Jill can see things in the shapes of these rocks like dragons. I don't know whether you can. I can sort of, but she's very perceptible to these sort of things. I see something there. Looks like a bird to me. A bird's head. And that looks like a dragon's head or a horse's head there. You can see a snake. Well, I can't see that, but right. Well, it's all right pointing to it, but there's a lot to point to. Just a quick look back from the stairs to the view. Quite nice. Jill coming up behind me. There she is. She's just stopped to take a photograph as well with her phone. Just near the top of the stairs, and I saw some people looking over in this direction. Look what we find. It's a monkey, look. Yeah. A monkey. Hello, little cheeky monkey.
Cheeky monkey.
Cheeky monkey.
Just don't look them in the eye, they get aggressive.
Here's one coming up to see me. Hi. Hello. Wow. Hello. Come on. Come and say hello to Peter. Hi. Hi. Hello. Hello. Hi, man. How are you? Yeah, look how close I am. Camera's about, my arm's about a foot in front of me, and the camera's about 6 inches from his face now, look. Oh, wow. Beautiful. There's his friend as well. Hi, guys. Wonderful. There's a lady on the side of me doing the same as well with a selfie stick. It's fab. There we are. Hi. Wow. Superb. Lots of people up here, of course, as you can imagine. Cameras, phone cameras. Jill. People capturing images of the monkeys. Hey, hey, we're the monkeys. We live in wherever it was. Jill was just saying how cool it is in here, and of course it is, which you would expect really, wouldn't you? I see a few holes where the cave continues. I wonder whether to try that one there. Shall I try that one and see if I can get to Thailand, as the story goes? No, maybe not. What you doing with that? Is it food? Oh, it's food. Must be lunchtime. Look at that. Ah, isn't that fabulous? Found something else interesting in this corner here. Under the, is it stalactites or stalagmites? Oh, I'm not sure, I can't remember which is the protruding one and which one is the opposite. Stalagmite, I think I don't know. Look at this, wow. Okay, now, oh, sorry, out of breath, some steps I've just climbed up. This is the bit I'm worried about. Jill is about, I don't know, 20 yards behind me. I've just gone on in front because I wanted to see this view first. This is the bit that worries me, is when Jill sees what I'm about to show you now, how is she going to walk back down the stairs? She's frightened of heights, remember. But if you see this video, right, then you'll know that I got her down eventually. So this is what she'll experience in a minute when she gets to the top of the stairs. Actually, it's not that bad, is it really, to be quite honest? Well, for me it's not, but for her, I'm sure it'll be quite frightening. So there we are. So we're going to have to walk all the way back down there. Doesn't bother me, but of course Jill's frightened of heights and I've appreciated that, so I'll just have to take it easy with her. And as I say, if you ever see this video, then you know I've got her down successfully and I've been able to get home or to the hotel and then back to the UK eventually and to edit this video. Wish me luck. Oh, here she is. She's caught up with me now. There she is. So, don't look down, Jill. Right, Jill's behind me as we're on the way around. Of course, she's just at the back of me here. I've just been talking to a lady who is a tour guide here called Marjam. She looks, I don't know whether she's Israeli or whatever, but I just had a good conversation with her. And we've changed business cards. I said I might be back to live over here one day, so I'm sure contacts are always good to have, aren't they? And especially as I like to video tourism and culture. I'm sure there's a connection there, you know, maybe a business connection, who knows. So as I say, we've exchanged sort of business cards. It's nice, isn't it? Anyway, I'm pleased to say that Jill's not finding it too bad coming down the steps. She's getting a camera out and taking photographs just like I was going to say just like a normal person, but I better not. She might give me a good slap. Anyway, let's continue, otherwise we'll be late for our date with the taxi driver, Jack, who's waiting for us down here. Finally at the bottom here, and Jill's got to the bottom as well. I just caught this lady taking a photograph of her friend here. And my battery's gone.